Hi there, my name's Alex Kilby. I'm a Young Baden-Powell Fellow and a Canadian Scout. When I became a Young BP Fellow, back in 2010, here in Canada actually, another Canadian BP Fellow actually sponsored the contribution so that I could join the fellowship. And at the time, this was the first I had heard of the World Scout Foundation and the role that it plays in the Scouting movement, but I would learn lots in the coming years. I became a BP Fellow just as I was graduating school and entering the workforce. So this was a busy time in my life. And it wasn't exactly a time where I had a lot of extra money floating around. So it wasn't until a few years later that I really gave a good deal of thought to the foundation. And that was at the first YBPF program at the World Scout Foundation conference in Mexico City. I also hadn't been scouting on a weekly basis in a few years. I had moved to a new city right out of school. I was up to my eyeballs in work, and I was trying to build my new career. Attending that event in 2018 felt like a grand reintroduction to scouting for me personally. The finest examples of what our movement has accomplished in the world were on full display, and I was reminded of the reason I had remained in scouting throughout my life. It was also clear to me that it would take the commitment of our extended scouting family, our whole network, to sustain the movement for generations to come. And so that's why I decided to commit the remainder of my fellowship pledge by donating on a monthly basis. This definitely worked better for me, and those monthly contributions are a lot easier to set up and budget than the upfront amount. And it couldn't have been easier to set that up through the donation page on worldscoutfoundation.org as monthly credit card payments. I hope you'll consider the role scouting has had in your life and consider giving back to the movement so that more young people today and in future generations can become the kind of leader that you became through scouting. I invite you to make that commitment. Become a Young BP Fellow, or if you've already done that, consider pledging the remainder of your full fellowship amount by setting up a monthly recurring contribution on worldscoutfoundation.org. Thanks very much.